Alright, y'all. So, as you see, I'm not home. Technically, I am home. This is my childhood room where I'm sitting right now. This is not my childhood bed, though. This is a different situation my mom got after she took all the stuff out of my room. I had taken all those videos down, but like way back in like 2009, 2008-ish. Or actually, it might be 2000. It might have been 2000. I don't know. It was like 2009, 2008-ish. I actually was doing YouTube videos about dating back in the day. And back in them days, my walls were covered with Sailor Moon posters and anime posters and all kinds of fun stuff. But after I left, Mom redid the room, and now it just looks like this. So, I miss my posters. What did she do my posters? Woman messing with my stuff. But they live here, I don't. So, it's real weird, and this is going to be a general vlog. And then I think I'm going to do a video game vlog after this, because there's like a shitload of stuff I need to talk about. And I figured I could be cursing, because nobody's home. Because I don't curse around my parents, because that's just disrespectful. But yeah, general vlog real quick. But it's real weird being in the house that I spent 33 years, because I left home at 33. I left home to pretty much move in with my now husband. We were engaged at the time I moved to Florida, and I had just graduated from college. But I was 33 when I left home. I was a late bloomer. I think that just happens nowadays. But I was 33 when I left home, and in the house that I live in now, like, I could fit my parents' house in my current house like multiple times. So it's weird being in my tiny room, because this room is probably, it's not even the size of my bathroom in my bedroom at home. So it's weird going from like this palatial spot to like this tiny spot that I grew up in. Although, funny story, the reason why my house has probably 6 bathrooms. We'll just blanket and say 6 bathrooms. The reason it has that, because my parents' it only has 1 bathroom, and my philosophy of life is you can sleep anywhere, you can't go to the bathroom anywhere. So that's why my house has so many bathrooms, because all growing up, I would always inevitably come home from somewhere or waking up in the middle of the night and somebody in the bathroom, and I'm like having to hold it, doing the dance, and like I'm gonna die, my kidneys are gonna implode. So yeah, and I'm also still in my pajamas, so I don't know what my life is about right now. So I got in on Tuesday, and I had what is called my welcome back moment. My welcome back moment is something that's very uniquely Philly, and I'm kind of like, oh God, I'm home. I had my welcome back moment before I left fucking Tampa, by the way, because Philly is the only place that I've ever traveled to where when I have to take a plane, where people just are fucking surly. They're just angry and bitey and just surly as hell. So I'm in the airport, and I'm having the greatest fangirl day of my fangirl life. Real quick, I tweeted on Sunday or Monday when I was packing, I said, and I got this app called Tubi, and Tubi is a free app that shows movies. I'm not going to say they show the greatest movies on the planet, but they have some regular movies, and then they have like the straight to what we would be straight to DVD, straight to on-demand fare. And one of the movies I watched a boatload of fan movies related to like various fandoms. They have a lot of movies featuring DC Douglas, the guy who did, one of the men who did Wesker. They actually have 2 of the movies that the original 1996 Wesker did. They had Shadow Dead Riot, which I've seen, and they have Late Fee, which is the very last movie Sergio Alarcon did. And those movies are rough, but they're all done by the same company. So I watched a bunch of fan movies. I watched DC Douglas. I watched Sergio Jones / Sergio Alarcon, or Sergio Alarcon Jones, in his movies. And then I saw they had a couple of David Hayter who did Solid Snake. And we all know I met David Hayter last year at Comic-Con in Tampa, which was like the highlight of my life. So I tweeted Tuesday before I left. I was like, I saw at David Hayter in The Devil's Mile, and it was real weird but kind of cool seeing him play a villain. He liked it, he retweeted it, and for me, I went Achan viral, and that just blasted my fucking mind. A couple of people started following me on Twitter. My Twitter is pretty much dead. I don't get no likes, no retweets. I think it finally topped out. Hold up. And then I'll get back to being in Philly. But this was like the greatest fan day of my fan life, my fandom life. And I was so fucking happy. I was just like, oh shit. Yeah, that's the tweet. I know you can't see it because it's all blurry. And I'll talk about the 60,000. Hold on, let me get this. I know. But yeah, that's the tweet. That was David Hayter's comment below, as you see. And it topped out when it finally stopped doing stuff, when people stopped commenting and stuff yesterday. 27,000 impressions. I've never gotten it. I think I got this Twitter situation in 2015. I will never hit those kind of numbers ever again as long as I live, and I'm fine with that. But it was the most glorious fandom day of my life. So as I'm all happy and bouncy that I'm like, oh god, David Hayter, so and like we talked a couple times. It was like, oh my god. So as I'm like having my fangirl freak out in the middle of the airport, well, not freak out. I'm like, ooh, just all like bouncy and stuff. As I'm all bouncy, I go because they're like, we're gonna have a full flight, and I know I always get the worst zones. I'm never like 9 or like zone 8 or 9. I'm always zone number 7. That's just the zone when they call you, like they call it by zones. I would love to know how the fuck they figure out zones, because it makes no sense to me. I would think you would want to load the people from the back of the like put the first class people on first, but all the rest of the regular bozos, I would figure you would do the back of the plane and then move forward, because that's how I would do it if I ran an airline, because that just is kind of logical to me, but I don't know what the fuck they do, and people are just going all over the place. So they were like, the bags are going to be full in the carry-on. So if you want to put some bags, if you want to check your bags to your final destination complimentary, we will do that if you just come up and talk to us. The lady was like, you have to talk to the lady on the right. So I get in the line, and there's a long fucking parade of people. It looked like they were trying to check their bags, and I was like, oh shit. So I'm on the phone with my husband, and I was like, this line to check these bags is kind of crazy. And as I'm standing there talking to him, some lady and some Asian dude is like getting into an argument, and I don't even know what they were getting into an argument about. And I'm like, fucking going to Philly, man. I ain't even fucking left Tampa, and they already fussing and cussing at each other. It's like, this is my welcome back moment. Welcome back to Philly. It's like, bitch, you in for some shit now. So I'm just like, okay. So oddly enough, usually when I'm on the plane, the flight attendants going to Philly are kind of bitey and kind of like, get your shit together. They were actually really nice, and it was a plane full of all male stewards. It was real cool. I'd never been on a plane where it was just dudes working the aisle and stuff. So that I thought was real cool. And they were pleasant. They were charming. They were nice. They weren't all bitey like normally people going there, like them few people that was fussing and cussing at each other. So the flight went well. It's been Tornado City around here, and they said, the lady I was sitting next to yesterday said, it's been a bunch of tornado warnings. I'm like, when the fuck huh? And then I get here and my mom's like, yeah, we've had bad tornadoes. It was a tornado yesterday. It was a tornado the day I got my ass here. They were like, it's a tornado. And it's supposed to rain and pour again today. So global warming doesn't exist apparently, even though Philadelphia is not a region that's known for it. That's like shit you hear in Oklahoma. You don't hear about tornadoes here. It's like a rare occurrence. But they've had 3 or 4 this last couple of days since a little bit before I got here, and since I've been here. So global warming don't exist apparently, but what the fuck ever. So yeah, so I get in and it's raining. Now granted, it's not Florida raining. It's not deluge, can't see shit, and like crazy rain. It's just raining and it's lightning. Not bad, but it's kind of thundering and lightning. See, after I've been to Tampa, and I am actually very scared of storms. When we were coming back from St. Pete like a couple weeks ago, a lightning bolt hit a building across the street from where we were driving home, and a lightning bolt, an actual bolt of lightning hit a building, and it just flash blinded me, and I closed my eyes because it was real bright, and Jose said he saw it touch the building. He was like, whoa. And I freaked out. I don't like lightning. So, but it was lightning and thundering and stuff, but it wasn't too bad. But they wouldn't bring the luggage out. I ended up having to wait at the airport for an hour to get my bags. And I was just like, here we go. And of course, the woman on the PA system was all surly, all like, don't come asking us where your bags are. The bag ramp is closed, and we will let you know when we're opening up the carousel for the luggage. I'm like, well, goddamn, lady, you all bitey about it, damn. All you had to say was, the bag claim is closed. We're not taking questions. We will let you know as soon as it's open. That's all she had to say, but she all had to have that Philly attitude. But then again, it's, where am I? Philly. So that's what just happens here. And I have to remember, I'm not in Tampa where people are generally, at least try to be nice. Fucking Philly, it would be like, fuck you, right to your face, and you'd be sitting there like, well, damn, and that's just how it goes around here, so. But it's awkward being home. I had to go to a doctor's office yesterday for some stuff, and me and my mom, and my doctor's office was in Philadelphia, in Center City. That's what we call our downtown area, Center City. So, I'm in Center City, and we're driving back, we're driving through, the university area. Which is in West Philly-ish, that kind of situation. So, as we're driving past, I have a clearing, and I took a picture of this and put it on Instagram, and I was, like, looking at the skyline, and I noticed there's, like, a lot of new skyscraper buildings. I remember a time when I was a kid, this is how old the fuck I am, where you couldn't build past William Penn's hat, who's, like, the person that stands atop the City Hall. William Penn is the person who founded Pennsylvania. You couldn't build anything past his head. Now it's like all these skyscrapers, and then they added more skyscrapers. And this one building I'm looking at, it's like, I'm looking at it on the side, but it looked like it looks like this. It literally looks like somebody's giving a finger, and I posted that picture on Instagram, and I was like, what is up with this building that looks like it's giving people the finger? My mom tells me it's the Comcast building. I'm like, I thought the Comcast building was some other building. She's like, oh, well, I don't know. And then I tell him, I show it to my dad. He's like, oh, no, it's the new Comcast building. I was like, oh, no wonder it's giving you the finger. So, because Comcast is shiesty. I had to spend $20 to get 1 week for just my damn laptop to get internet. $20. And I can't even get, like, my phone to use it. So, I'm not surprised Comcast is giving the city the finger in building form. And it's permanently there. And I'm like, nobody's fucking remarked on this. I'm the only person that noticed that the Comcast building, the Comcast Tech building. Oh, Jesus, that's my husband. Hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. Husband beckoned, so I had to answer it. But, where was I? Oh, that Comcast building. So, I was the only one that noticed. Like, nobody else noticed that Comcast Tech building is steady doing this to the entire city of Philadelphia. Nobody noticed this. Very interesting in a town of people who have the reputation of once having pelted Santa Claus with a thing of ice balls. Then, when some dude, it had snowed it was like in January or something, it was like in some part of the year, it had snowed, and some guy on the football field broke his neck, and they were throwing ice balls at him, and no one noticed. No fucking person notices that the Comcast Tech building is steady doing this to the entire city. Interesting. Okay, whatever. You slipping, you falling off your game, Philly. What are we doing? So, yeah, it's just so weird being back in this. And yesterday at the doctor's appointment, well, not at the doctor's appointment, but I'm kind of glad I got that experience being in Center City, because that put my toe back into being in a real city where it's like a lot of people walking the hell around. Because when I was a little bit on sensory overload yesterday, I was kind of like, what the like, looking around, I just felt out of place. And it's weird for me to feel out of place in the city that I fucking grew up in. The streets that I walked on last week were streets that I've walked on, like, all of my life. So, I don't know why I got so freaked out when because I live in the suburbs of Tampa, and Tampa's not a real city. So, yeah, it just fucked with my head a bit. So, I'm glad I had that experience before I get thrust into the bedlam that will be fucking Manhattan. And in Manhattan, I gotta take the subway. I'm gonna have some stories with that shit, so. But yeah, I got here, I'm safe. It's cloudy. It's probably going to rain. I think it's supposed to rain one more day, and that's today. We're supposed to meet up with my brother and my niece, and I don't even know. And then tomorrow we're supposed to be doing a whole bunch of stuff, and I'm just like, wow. And then Saturday, I just got my train ticket to go to New York. So when I go to New York, I am petrified. Before I left, I had multiple panic attacks on Monday. Multiple panic attacks on Monday. Because I was like, oh no. And then they gave me an extra thing to do. And I was like, I don't know this music. And it's going to suck. And I'm going to be terrible. But it's too fucking late now. We stuck. And we got to do this. So, and I was supposed to be going over music. But my brain is just, I did not sleep well the first couple of nights. So I woke up early Tuesday and never went back to sleep. Took cat naps on the plane, but that wasn't anything. Stayed up until like about 1 something in the morning. My mom woke me up at like 4 something in the morning yesterday, and I was just up all day. I was on my phone watching television with my dad, playing with my phone, falling asleep. And I never do stuff like that. I was in the bed. I was in this bed last night waiting for my sleeping medicine to kick in. And I was steady on the phone, like, dozing off. And I was like, okay, let me just go to bed. So, and I've been asleep most of the morning this morning. Because I'm just so tired. So, but it's not that it's jet lag. We're all on the same fucking coast. It's just, I'm just tired. So, that is probably all oh, I have a video game vlog I'm doing next. But, in general, I'm back in my literally in my old room. And it's real fucking weird. But we're only here for tonight, tomorrow night, and then we go to New York. And even when I come back, because I have to leave out of Philadelphia to fly back to Tampa, I'm actually not coming back to my parents' house. I'm actually going to stay either by the airport or in downtown Philadelphia because I have another doctor's appointment at the place I went to. But, yeah, this adventure is just in the beginning, and I haven't even gotten to New York, so, good God, I don't feel ready for anything. So, I'm about to do a video game vlog, and we'll see you in a sec, so, later! Later!